Okay, it says it's recording now. Hey, how you doing, everybody? My name's Al Stone, and this is Al Stone's Customs. I'd like to welcome you here if you've never been here before. I'm kind of a guy that just has a little bit of knowledge about a lot of things, and had motorcycles most of my life. And here's a funny one for you. My very first bike was a Jawa. And a lot of people say, "What's that?" Oh, the bike made in Czechoslovakia. Had a big old Super Glide type fender, and I took it off and made a chopper out of it. I was like 14 years old or something. Anyhow, so I've had bikes on and off my whole life, and I've had Hondas. I bought a new Harley in 1984, and it kind of went on from there. And years ago, I had a KZ1000 that I did, and I was building like a cafe racer, but I really didn't know what those were at the time. I was just doing the bike. So what happened was, recently, we're going to bring you up to date on this. I got this bike, and it was a complete basket tank. Now, I do have a tank for it and everything. It's at the house, but I just didn't bring it. This is over here at my friend's house. He lets me use his garage. And this was a really, really serious basket case. I mean, I had to look through all the stuff to find all the weight spacers for the axles and all that, and I didn't even have half of that. So, but anyhow, I've been away from the channel for a while, and I apologize for that, but I'm going to try to make this a regular thing, and I'm trying to get my time zone set so I can figure out the best time to release my videos and be at that time all the time, so you'll know I'm here. So once you see these, if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell, and then you'll know when I post these. And honestly, I'll probably be posting one a week, maybe at most. At the least, I'll do is 2 a month. But I'm going to try to make them, consistent, so you guys can enjoy this little journey here. And for all you guys that are new at this, and you might remember, hang on a second, let me get something here. What do I do with that? The box.
Right here?
Where? Oh, okay, hang on. Oh. This is where I left off. This is the top clamp on the triple tree. It was like this one, with all these risers, and I cut them off and polished all this and took all the seams off, so it kind of looks like billet steel, but it's not. but it looks pretty good like that, right? And that's going to be on top there. And of course, these are on the wrong side. I just put them on so I can move the bike around, but they wouldn't fit the other way with the risers. So anyhow, this is where I left off, and then a lot of things happened. I had some medical issues I had to deal with, and I'm good now. So I'm going to get back to this. And I'd like for you all to come and hang out with me. As you can see, the bike is pretty much in the condition I left it when I stopped at this point. It's, I got the carbs rebuilt there at my house. I got 2 sets of exhaust complete pipes. Who's that?
It went off.
It did? Huh.
Now it's recording.
Oh, okay. Well, it was recording in a different focus.
It's just flashing and
Oh, okay, all right. Well, anyhow, so what I was saying, we kind of lost you there for a minute. I'm getting used to using this camera again, too. I haven't even touched it in a couple months here. But anyhow, where I left off was with this, and I did go ahead and rebuild the carbs. They're ready to go, although, if you've been watching any of these guys, there's a lot of really good builders. I'll talk about that in a second. But, you know that those carbs might need some jetting work and stuff, but they're put together with a little bit upsize on the main jets and stuff. That was kind of in the direction of what most guys say if you're not using the air box, which is where the factory air cleaner is with the filters, because it's opening up things and giving it more air, so you need more fuel to mix it properly. So anyhow, we'll get into all that down the road, and I'm going to try to do some custom exhaust. I bought the factory ones from a junk bike, cheap, and I'm going to cut them off and try to see what I can do about welding pipes on it, and pick some really. I want to get a really nice sound out of this. Doesn't have to be real loud, but I want the sound nice, and we'll see where I go with that. So what I was going to say about the builders, I know a few personal builders that are actually really good at what they do. And what I'd like to do in the future is I'm going to talk to them and see if I can't feature them in some of my videos. So like I said, I'm going to call myself a new guy at this. Some of these things I do actually know about, like the carburetor stuff and that, And there's a few more things that I'm going to be attempting, which I know will probably be a disaster, but that's part of the fun of this. I mean, I don't know what people think when they think they want to build a cafe racer, but if you do watch YouTube videos, you'll find out that most of these guys do it because they're just having fun. And when they started, they didn't even really know that much. So, you know, it's a fun thing. So that's where we're at with it. And like I said, there's the bike as it sits when I left it. And, you know, so that's what I'll be doing, a bunch of stuff like that. And I'm open. I mentioned everything that I was thinking about because it's all about the art for me. The bike has to be, first of all, safe. Then it should be dependable. And then it should be a work of art. And, you know, that doesn't mean it has to be wild, but if that's what you like, that's what it should be. It can be a cafe racer, it could be a, you know, bobber, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is you're passionate about when it comes to these bikes, and the different degrees of that. Like, you know, you see these bikes like the old R1S bikes, you know, all that, and the big long forks. If you like that, man, that's what you should do, you know, it's cool, it's fun. But for me, I really dig these cafe racers. So this is a 1981 one. We quit again.
So you don't get it wet.
3 times.
Start with 81.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, this is the 1981 Suzuki GS550. As you know, they don't make a lot of parts for this anymore. But I mean, you get all the stuff you need, like sprockets and chains, and they still have the little adjustment pieces, the little plug, I don't know what they call them, they're spacers, to adjust your cam, you know, and all that. But your cam is up top, you got an exhaust, you know, it's a dual cam. Anyhow, so if I have to do all that on this motor, I don't know yet, actually. I did do a compression test on it. It seemed to have a pretty good compression across the board, so I got this feeling it's going to run. We'll see when we get to that point, and that's going to be a while yet. But anyhow, I want to feature some of these other builders because I've met online guys that I'm amazed at the stuff they do. And there's a couple of people here locally where I'm at. I'm going to talk to them and see if I can actually come in there and when I get better at filming this down the road and feature them. You know, I think they deserve to be seen because they're really that good. So anyhow, that's where we're going with all this. And like I said, hit the subscribe button and, you know, the little bell so you'll know when I'm getting these up. And if you're watching this, it's already going to be at least a month since I originally recorded this because I'm just getting it back started again and building the channel. So I'd like to thank all you guys that did subscribe, and you know, I'm trying to be real natural who I really am here. I'm just an old guy that's having fun with a motorcycle. So that's it. Thanks. Okay, so there's the bike as it sits. You know, as a matter of fact, let me take this camera off here. Now, my little GoPro, take a better look at the bike. On this side, there's a bike that yellow, what is that, a S40 or whatever, Suzuki. I had to rebuild the carb on that, and I brought it and it ran perfect. Yeah, the only thing is it was missing the slow jet. It wasn't even in the carb. But anyhow, here's the other side of it. Got a lot of work to be done. Got to rebuild all the brake calipers, and I got a aluminum lightweight sprocket for it. Clean the motor off and everything, and like mount the carbs, which like I said earlier, I rebuilt them already. The handlebars, they were just thrown on there backwards because the risers got in the way of the bolts. But that's just so I can move it around. You know, it's got, tires are good. You got to put the hoop on it and make the seat pan and make the electronics, and I'm going to go with that Moto Gadget Basic because I don't need the fancy one. I'm going to do that. It's a good thing to do. It's a really great unit. Anyway, that'll all come together, and I got me a lightweight battery, anti-gravity battery. I like those. You know, that's about it. We're going to throw this all together and we'll see where we go with it.